This is INMF.
I think we in there, man. What's going on, man?
Oh, real?
Chilling, living the dream. How about yourself?
Oh man, Friday, man.
Mm.
After last couple with this bottle line, decided to run it back for some more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm drinking again. Drinking.
I mean, hey, man. Hey, I'm not your parole officer, nor am I your demons, man. You do you do you. Don't overdo it. Don't underdo it. Can it be underdone?
I wrestle with the monster, but sometimes giving the devil his due be a
Mm.
little necessary.
Well, one thing I gotta make sure that I don't do. I got my mic sitting on my desk, and whenever I hit on the desk or I slam something down on the desk, that motherfucker sound like hot damn Tyrannosaurus Rex stomping and shit. Poof, poof.
Oh, it moves.
Yeah, it's just catching that feedback. So I have to be mindful of that.
I see them underarms
Well,
sweating.
I mean, since you pointed it out, because I forgot about this is deodorant. You understand? Because I turned my shirt inside out because I work for a living. On the inside is my real job.
I reckon so as opposed to changing
Hey,
shirts. Oh yeah.
that's what kind of superhero I'd be. Like I'll be the superhero that I wouldn't have a costume. I just turn my regular clothes inside out and put a bandana on and rock whatever I'm doing. If I was lucky, I'd be a superhero with super speed because I just do that flash shit where my phone just keep vibrating and shit to where you couldn't get it, couldn't get a still image of my face. I just do it like that. The motherfucker was like, he saved my life. He was black. I'm almost certain he was overweight. He was vibrating as hell. I don't know. I don't know.
Little fidgety ass.
And I
nigga.
think he smelled like vodka.
So you Hancock
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
yeah. Speaking of Hancock, you know what part always weirded me out? Like I get it, and it's funny.
Oh, please, don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started
When
on
he was
Hancock.
like, and you drew the short stick because your head is going up my ass. Now, I get it. I get where you're going with this. I get what you're trying to do. That's what you went with it, though. Like, it'd be one of those things where if I was his sidekick, I'd be like, he's just talking shit. He not for real. Like the first two parts are real. He's definitely gonna do that, but not the third part. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, scientifically speaking, the guy who pulled thinks
Even if you could, because you're because you're bulletproof, you could shove someone's cranium up your rectal cavity. Doesn't mean it's a good idea. Don't do it.
See, and that's the part in which Hancock I fall off. Because basically, Hancock would be susceptible to all of these his sexual acts if he was
If he's what?
close to
Oh.
a white woman.
Oh, there you
He
go,
could
Ben.
shove people up the ass
So,
and all of this
so,
shit there. Like Hancock, his weakness is
so let's
white.
go ahead and give you your bow tie and your bean pies. You finna go there with it. Maybe it was just the way the story was written, my nigga. you sit back. Soon as she stepped on the screen, pushed them glasses up like,
Not the Umar face. So shadow the mold with that shit,
Hmm.
man. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at it for what it is, it was somebody of Hancock it within,
Yeah.
and he was weak. So that's why Ken Hancock kind of.
I mean, I try to rock with you when you hit me with these Hollywood conspiracies. That was if that was the case, it's really on the nose. Like I think we're giving these niggas too much credit with that, but I could be.
Yeah. We think that it's just incidental, right? Like they just accidentally do shit like that. No,
Nigga said his weakness
shit,
was
hell,
white women.
real
The
intentional.
closer he got to that white woman, the weaker he got.
Fight, bitches.
You know. So,
So what we got on
uh,
the docket for the day?
all right. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with DJ Academics. Um, okay.
Yes,
For for it,
uh, I was knowledgeable of DJ academics in the first iteration.
when
Very
he was like
entertaining.
YouTubing, right?
Yeah. He had Warren
Mm.
Chirac to where basically,
Yeah. He,
yeah, he would take like different rap groups or the rap consortiums, and he would basically break them down to like on some, you know what I'm saying? Like just say what
to
these
where the
niggas want.
to where
Like
the uninitiated could be informed and also entertained.
it was some. It was he basically highlighted the League of Extraordinary Negroes.
Shut the
Like
fuck
these
up.
was Negroes with fucking rocket launchers
I
at
remember
14
when
years
that nigga
old in the
called
middle of the hood.
what was cuz I can't remember cuz name, but he was calling that nigga the Shire the Chirac Grim Reaper.
Real people, yeah, that was
Yeah.
Fredo Santana, yeah.
That was
No,
Reese.
that
Yeah.
was Lil Reese. That was Lil Reese. He had a
This
little
nigga
Reese
talking
out
about
there,
the nigga
right?
putting voodoo through through IG emojis and shit.
Oh, dude, it was like for like a year. Somebody said something bad about that nigga. That nigga hit him with that demon emoji, and
Oh
that
my
nigga lost
god.
it. Like real shit, dog. Like niggas was on Twitter talking about this, that, and third. And nigga hit him with that purple demon emoji. How about that?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it was dude. Like they literally were channeling demonic spirits with that shit, dog. Like it was a nigga who was doing the same thing academics were doing at the time who actually lived in Chirac. So like when one faction would commit a murder, he'd be like old block up 500 points.
This ain't
You
this
know
ain't
what I'm
this
saying?
ain't the gentleman they referred to as the scorekeeper, was it?
I believe so. They ended up killing
Nubu
him though.
Crump or something to that effect.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
call him
But
man the
yeah, they
scorekeeper.
ended up
Cause
yeah.
Lord have mercy. Do you know
That's some
to put it
foul
in
shit,
perspective for
bro.
motherfuckers that's not affiliated with any of this type of shit, that's like a motherfucker shooting at the basketball game, but shooting at the motherfuckers that's running the table.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make light of this man's demise.
yeah.
All right, I'm Mr. Boy.
No, absolutely not. But I mean, at the same time, it is
That's
foul
crazy.
shit.
But
Pretty foul shit. But what's up
so
with
what he
academics
did,
though?
talking reckless as usual. I mean, he said reckless shit before, um, but recently he said that uh, uh, the originators of hip hop, the old heads, uh, was broke and dusty. Like you can tell that you can tell by looking at them, they dusty, they broke, they ain't got no money. So that equated to no value, and that phrase, that statement, of course, summoned the hip hop guys. The first one to go off his head was like, hot damn, Cool James, hot damn it, uh, who basically just kind of straightening out and saying just because a motherfucker doesn't have these monetary value doesn't mean they haven't contributed. Uh, you have to look past material shit, and I get all that, but to be completely honest with you, with all that shit being said, DJ Academics brought up a very valid point when it comes to hip hop, in particular the business in hip hop. Uh, I've always wondered, why is it that you see the so-called original? Keep in mind, I'm from the South, so when we start talking about the origins and the originators of hip hop, I get the Sugar Hill Gang and Fab Five Freddy and Cool Crush or whoever else, but my hip hop also started with Willie D and Ghetto Boys and Scarface. Uh, a continuation of my hip hop was Outkast. So I'm a little biased when we start talking about the origins of hip hop. But they were talking about some of these older heads, how they're not at a financially good place. And I've always wondered, why is that? When I mean, maybe I'm. It's hard to do this without watching niggas' pockets, and I'm not a pocket watcher. But I mean, you got niggas like fucking P Diddy making money handling the fish, Jay Z a billionaire, fucking Kanye a billionaire, and then these originators of this art that they made a bunch of their money off of is broke. Like, I don't know why someone hasn't taken the initiative and created like a retirement fund for old head rappers. I threw a lot at you.
Oh, they will have to unionize for that.
Huh?
And it's I
Yeah.
said, can you hear me? I said they would have to unionize for that. And when I say unionize, is basically they would have to form, a union, but it's too many renegade rappers to form a collective union. So essentially, the other part of it is realistically, and quite frankly, rappers just weren't able to sell what they able to sell today. There wasn't streaming platforms and whatnot. Like LL Cool J came out to speak out against it, and he was like, basically that these guys are the
Mm-hmm.
founders of hip hop, right? And like they didn't know that hip hop would last 40, 50 years, right? These were just young kids, just getting in front of the mic, getting
Yeah.
in front of the camera, and being able to show their
Yeah.
talent. You know, so nobody, it wasn't no, there was no
Yeah.
business model for hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Kind of like NFTs and so forth, right? Like it wasn't no business model
Yeah.
for cryptocurrency. No business model for it just becomes the wild wild west until somebody comes through and they organize it, right? I.e. the labels and right.
Mm-hmm.
Now what needs to happen with these labels deals
Go on, fix it.
is the if I it, no that'll just be bad business, right? Like unfortunately. But like, maybe Noriega said some one time maybe new rappers should give up 5% of what they earn and it go into an escrow account for the old heads, for the innovators.
Fucking how
You
hard?
know, or rappers could do a stimulus package, kind of like what country music does, right? And what I mean by a stimulus package is you would have Drake doing a verse with a Cool G rap. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a stimulus package
To
for
to
Cool
to
rap,
use
right?
that.
He'll get
Yeah.
the publishing off that record.
Uh.
You know what I'm saying? And that'll be a stimulus package. So therefore, the new age rappers don't have to do that. See, back in the day, they did that, right? Like you go back to MC Snow, right? MC Snow did Informer, right?
Yeah,
Informer,
I know you
you know
talking.
blues
At
go
first,
out of
I was like,
there.
I know you're
I look at
not,
the
because I
blues
heard
that
you. I heard you say MC Snow. I disregard the MC part because I was like, I don't know who MC Snow is. Now, for me, with Snow, but I know that's not who you're talking about. And then you started the song. I was like, that's exactly who you're
That
talking
is who
about.
I'm talking about. Yeah, well, I didn't say MC Snow. I said MC Shan. MC Shan had the rapper verse on.
I remember
Shan
that
was part of, I
shit.
want to say, the Furious Five. Yeah,
I
Shan
didn't
was
know that was
around since
Shan.
like the '80s, like the
I
Furious.
heard his name, but I didn't realize that was
Yeah,
him
that
on
was
the
MC Shan.
track. Okay.
Yeah, that was a stimulus package. Like Shan was able, that was the biggest record that MC Shan
You
has
just
been
eat
on.
off of it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like look at Rappers Delight. Like they did the not the remake, but I think it was it Biggie that redid who somebody redid Rappers Delight back in the 90s, and that was a stimulus package
Was it Redman?
for
Nah. Yeah, or
but that was their stimulus package, right?
yeah.
Slick Rick, Snoop did Lottie Dottie. You know what I'm saying? That was a stimulus package for Slick Rick. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about
Outkast did a song.
that whole
Go ahead.
Rhyme and Reason soundtrack where like they had a whole bunch of new niggas doing remakes, a whole bunch of old songs and shit. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a stimulus
Yeah,
package. You know what I'm saying? Like Rakim, Eric B and Rakim, they eat more off of the Paid in Full album being remixed and being repurposed into a different beat than they do off the
I can
actual
definitely
original
see that. And
song.
they use that shit in movies all the time. Mm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Juice was a perfect stimulus package for Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Like those are stimulus packages, and I think that if we were to give some of our older if the new rappers actually bridge the gap with the old heads, but in our culture, for some reason, we got this disconnect to where we don't respect the old heads. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that's kind of like where academics was going. Academics dead ass wrong. Like you eat off this culture. How dare you?
I don't
You
think
know
he.
what I'm saying?
I don't think he was
And
wrong. I just
well,
don't think he was eloquent
go
in
ahead.
his words. I think where he was coming from was a different place than what it sounded like.
Well, I mean, these people paved
Yeah.
the way for you, right? Like if you look at NFL players, I use football players, one of my favorite sports, right? Football players. Football players hold Lawrence Taylor in
Yeah.
high regard, right? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ever listen to Shannon Sharp, other Hall of Fames, other great players talk about Lawrence Taylor. Like they talk about Lawrence Taylor like he God. Basketball players talk about Michael
Yeah.
Jordan like he God. You understand what I'm saying? Like Mike, even if Mike didn't have the Jordan sneaker, Mike would be able to get a stimulus package
Uh,
from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be through a commercial or whatever the case may be. Even Bill Russell, God bless the dead before he passed. Bill Russell could just tweet and TNT would show it every night. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? During the basketball game. Oh, this is what Bill
Yeah.
Russell said. You could when you appreciate the people that came before you and you hold them in reverence and honor, they should always be able to eat. Let's take a look at country music or rock and roll for
Mm.
one example, right? Like you can't pay Ozzy Osbourne enough money to get him to
Yeah.
get on a song with you. And that's the difference. Like us, we have so many culture wars within us as a people that it's almost sickening,
Mm.
right? Like you got new age kids who don't want to listen to old school rap. My nephew, I tried to play some Tupac. He like, you got any love, folks? The fuck, nigga, this Pac, this '96 big body sitting on chrome, nigga. Like, what else? Like, what else can you
Mm.
get? You know what I'm saying? To where as our generation, when we grew up, it used to be a cool thing when you would go in and you would play your parents'
Yeah.
music, right? You know what I'm saying? When you get your first car, when I got my first car, I didn't just ride around listening to UGK. I rode around listening to Anita Baker. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on the set with that Anita Baker playing, and niggas like,
I
what
probably
the fuck?
I
But I'm
probably should
shitting on
have.
this nigga.
My mom turned me on to all that shit. Anita Baker, Karen White, hot damn, uh, you know, like fucking. Of course, you listen to like
Isley Brothers,
Eyes, OJ. Hot damn, we
OJ.
was talking about Hall and Oates, the Eagles, some rocks.
Yeah,
But yeah, even though I had this shit in the library, I was still just riding around listening to number UGK and 3 6 Mafia.
guilty.
So,
But I like, or when I would be, I was weird with my
mm,
music selection, right? Like when I would be like when I would just be vibing, I
yeah.
listen to some R&B. You know what I'm saying? When depending on my mood to be what I
Yeah.
would listen to, right? Like my natural state was Devin the Dude, UGK, and Outkast, right? Like that would be me
Mm.
80% of the time, right? And that's how that would be my get now. And I ride around just listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Ride around, pull up on the set. You make decisions on your
Stupid. You
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Playing that Devin, do what the fuck you
say
want to do.
what
You
the
know what I'm
fuck
saying?
you
Pull up
want.
with that
Listen,
pimp C.
li-
Yeah,
listen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because you talk about R&B, there's one song that I listen to, and I cannot relate to this song whatsoever. But this motherfucker so fucking soulful and funky that, like, if I got like I had it like on a mix CD. If that bitch come on, I have to run that hoe. And I actually like so. There was this song by, and I can't remember exactly who it was, whether it was Marvin Gaye or Otis Redding or whoever. But it was the song was called "Simply Beautiful," and Mary J. Blige remade the song, but it was about PMS. She made a whole song about PMS. But
Mm.
Mary J. Blige is so motherfucking soulful when she sing. I was listening to that motherfucker, listen to her go talking about the strains and stripes of being on a fucking menstrual cycle. And I was just like, huh.
That's that Lenny Williams, nigga. You pushing my love bit too far.
Don't we start on that shit.
Yeah, but that's another thing too about rap back when, like, not just rap, but about music. Period. Right? Like, as a man, it was okay to listen to women.
Yeah.
You know, like you could ride around listening to
Well, it
Mary J.
wasn't as
Blige,
lewd
right?
as it is. I mean, these days women talk about either cheating on a man, getting the upper hand on a man, or if you listen to rap, she probably talking about sucking Peters. And
Okay, you
I'm just
trigger me
like,
now.
if you rocking, if you riding, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not trying to engage in those activities.
And that's kind of where the disconnect starts to begin, right? Like, as a female artist, do you think Missy Elliott could hop on a song with Cardi B talking about that shit? Like, do you think Missy Elliott would have been a good a guest verse on WAP?
No, Missy was different. Missy and Lauren was the last of this little breed that they had going with.
No,
Yeah,
Eve
I'll give
was
you
the
that.
same way.
Yeah.
Eve was a pit bull. You know, Mia X wasn't talking about
No,
no
she
fucking.
was.
Mia X was talking about that business, nigga.
Man, say.
For real, Jay. You know, it was Trina. Trina
It's
came out with
Trina.
that bad as bitch shit, and yeah, and that's kind of where the dynamic
Mm.
started to shift, right? But after I take that back,
Uh,
Lil Kim was the first one when she dropped that hard
the
with
one,
that
the one
old
where
that
she was
old
like,
fat ass
the
pussy
her
banging
first
song.
single. What was that? Fuck. I remember there was one shot where she was going up the escalator. What the fuck was that shit? It'll come to me later. But she had on like,
Oh, my favorite song on that album was Drugs. Damn, huh? I love you like a love with ganja.
I I
That,
always heard
that
the
shit.
first album, never owned it. Like I heard where, cause like the version that you seen on the video of that little C song was him and her, but on the album that nigga had a whole track by itself. What's his name? It's on
Yeah.
the tip of my fucking head.
Well, it was keep in mind Junior Mafia album dropped around the little,
Uh huh.
you know what I'm saying? And Junior Mafia had that Get Money on that bitch to where Biggie, like one of my favorite Biggie verses on it.
Well, Charlie
Uh,
Barton won a video. I remember that.
yeah, had Lil Kim on that thing now too, you know. But and but that's kind of where it leads to, and what I guess you can say where academics lack of knowledge and lack of understanding of history comes
Mm.
into play. Like, dude, like, in order to get our veterans, our elders, to get them paid, like the new people, you gotta work with them.
Uh.
Like that's a stimulus package. You know what I'm saying? If what was a big song that imagine if Lil Kim would have been on Big Old Freak with Meg Thee Stallion. That would have been Lil
Yeah.
Kim's stimulus package. Or better yet, how Mobb Deep did
With
the
Lil Kim.
Quiet Storm remix. That was Lil Kim's stimulus package. You know, those are ways in which we can give back to our artists. Some of the down south, that our generation of rappers, they did that, right? Like Outkast got a
They
song
got
with
something
Mystical.
sleeper.
They got a song with
Yeah.
UGK. Yeah. What they did it with UGK
Yeah.
on the Players Anthem.
Twice for with UGK and 369 outfit because that was originally that Project Pat beat. I wonder if Project was eating off that.
Correct.
I wonder who.
He did. He did. He said he did.
If you ate off that, if you ate off,
But Project Pat, he got the Drake stimulus package. Project Pat got like 3 songs on Drake's hit.
damn sure. Cause yeah, hey, that was a such thing as the Drake stimulus package, right? You bullshit. Like Drake was doing guest verses for $250,000, which $250,000 was a bank loan. Like if you can go get a loan for a house, you can fuck around and flip that bitch. Who's that? Remember Block Boy J? I'm telling you shit you already know, but something 305, something come outside, something. Anyway, it was this one nigga had one single, and Drake did the hook in the verse on that bit, and that single was fucking booming. I think they made about $2-3 million off that motherfucking $250,000 investment.
Yeah, look at Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Boosie stimulus package with Da Baby. You know what I'm saying? Boosie did a song in a video for that dude for 10 grand, and that put the baby over. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you have to look out for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of surprised. Like, it goes back to a couple of episodes back when we went over that Turk shit. When the rapper, he ain't gonna do nothing for me.
Oh yeah, now it makes sense. Cause at first I wasn't agreeing with that shit at all. I'm like, nigga, whatever, nigga. Niggas is saying that. The song called Look Alive, by the way. What I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Remember that shit?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I ain't.
Okay, fuck it. I mean, I don't think the nigga did shit since then. But he fucked that bread up. Fuck, I wish I could think of this little kind of shit.
What little kind?
The single, which the first.
Ladies Night.
No, not Ladies Night, nigga.
Or the one with Mary
No,
J.
she was
Blige?
by herself. Go ahead.
Oh, Bill wants to look it up.
I cheat. I don't want to. I didn't want to do it. But so, how hard do you think it would be to set up like a coalition? You said like a the word you used was a union.
A union? Basically, you have to look at it like it'll be, you can either do it as a union or you can do it as a fraternal
The
benefit.
fuck is it?
If you do it as a fraternal benefit society, you literally do it with 10 people.
The fuck is it?
If you got 10 or more people, you can apply for benefits. Crush on You.
That's the one. Yeah. No time. Oh, that's what it was. No time for the. You know, when we get done, listen to No Time. That's the one I'm talking.
I know.
That
I got no time for fake ones. Just sit the crystal with the
that's the one. That remember the video. That's what I'm talking about. That's my first exposure to Lil Kim. That shit.
Oh. Okay. Nah, that wasn't.
Nah, man, you gotta watch it. And she was beautiful in that video. I showed you.
I didn't use them. Bus. Tea or nothing. Stuff that. Anyway. I was young up for it. And when I turned 10, I began to like friends.
Hold on 1 second. Bye.
Well, I have to.
Bye.
But I need to put my phone.
I'm gonna take a break right quick, man.
All right, bet.
This is INMF.
I loved you. What happens? I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore. Well, that breaks my heart. But it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
I loved you. What happens? I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore. Well, that breaks my heart. But it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
All right. you know what I feel like? This is truly a black show. Because motherfucker be talking like, yeah. So in modern economics, you see a nigga look up and be like, what? The fuck you say? You shit just cut off. Nigga come back straight to that shit up and shit. adjusting their ties and shit. Like, yeah, so
I say, fuck the screen, nigga.
that's how it go. That's how it go, man.
Yes.
What if I, yeah.
And blessed by the fantastic sound. I mean, Peebo
Go.
blessed by the fine sound. Peebo, yeah. I ain't gonna look at that.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna get straight over.
Mm-hmm. So, huh?
Straight, man. I said, go fill your drink.
Oh, no. I was stuck on ice for a little bit. Trust me, this next one ain't gonna take long at all. I think it'll be alright. I got faith. So, you know, the baby just dropped an album, or about to drop an album, or some.
Yeah, he dropped the last.
Okay, yeah. You
Baby.
the prolific sounds of the baby, the award-winning Baby on Baby 2. In case you're.
Dude, he can rap. He can rap his ass off. I ain't even gonna.
Yeah, alright. He can go. He can go. He be doing sucker shit, but he can
Yeah,
go.
I'm about to say,
Like, the baby kills me because he'll do some dope shit, and he'll do some G shit, then he'll do some sucker shit right behind him. Like,
like what? What soccer shit are you referring to? I'll tell you what
So, there's the previous incident where with him and his baby mama, where I don't know, I feel some kind of way about that shit. But more recently, one of the verses that he dropped on the album, his new album, he dropped the lyrics about how he had sexual intercourse with Megan Thee Stallion. Apparently, right before she got shot in the foot,
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
And to me, that's.
Tosh K.
You said Tasha K. What?
I said you're not gonna Tasha K.
I could definitely be smart. Listen. But
nigga, I ain't got $3 million to give nobody, man.
We gotta talk about that one day because that was that was really bad. I remember when that happened. I went to the lawyer's LinkedIn and shit. Tasha K. Yeah. I went to the little thing where you can go to the lawyers and look at their reviews, and Tasha K had been reviewing the lawyer.
I did not know that.
This is as bad as you think it is. Imagine being in a relationship with a woman, and that woman being unhappy with you, and while y'all sitting there talking about how y'all need to work on y'all marriage, she's texting the counselor like he's no good for me. It's fucking bananas, that whole shit. During trial, they got dates during trial where Tasha K was like, I hate my lawyer. She's incompetent. She's it was bad. But I would definitely put that in my notes. But yeah, so the baby said he had sex with Megan Thee Stallion, and to me, it raises the question as to why. Not why you had sex, that's your business, you grown, but why you choose to divulge that information now. Like,
Real.
that nigga be doing sucker.
I gotta say, so you want to say he a messy nigga?
That nigga be doing sucker shit.
And you think that's?
I think so. What's the motive?
Oh,
Sucker
okay.
shit is when you do shit out of. Whenever there's not a clear motive, then it's a good chance it's emotionally driven. And from a male standpoint, anything emotionally driven like that, it's probably some sucker shit.
So you think the baby don't have a motive for? being messy,
I
messy.
don't. I don't think he had a logical motive. I think he was just like, you know what? I'm finna say it. I think.
So you, so you just think that he
Yeah.
Mac messy or messy
Yeah.
Mac?
Yeah.
Now let's hop in this time machine and go back a
Okay.
couple. A few months ago a year ago at Rolling Loud, they tried to cancel the baby for bringing out
Uh
Tory
huh.
Lanez during this Rolling Loud concert. And guess who spearheaded the charge and said that niggas is disloyal and all other shit, referencing the
Yeah.
baby? That was
Megan
the
Thee.
girl
Yeah.
Meg the Stallion, right? Yeah, and when you put this bit of information, it's kind of fucked up on both parts because when you introduce this information into the opinion, it becomes does this give Tory Lane's motive be a little
Well,
upset that
so,
uh,
so, are you saying that Tory Lanez had motive to shoot Megan Thee Stallion in your foot because she fucked with this nigga?
I'm saying he said it was 2 days
Yeah.
before he brought Tory Lanez out a month
Yeah.
after the trial or after the alleged charge to do the show. It's a possibility he may have had told her that he hit the bitch.
Tory Lane lost his cool. His period came down on him, and he acted out, which is understandable for these Canadian niggas. But
It kind of gives a motive to allegedly for somebody to be in their feelings to where you would down on shit.
okay, but as long as we're willing to admit that he was in his feelings,
Yeah, Tory Lanez was definitely in it. Well, it's a possibility. It's only it's
yeah,
speculation.
would say
Because
religiously.
it's because it's alleged that Meg was at the party feeling some type of way when Tory was pushing
I
up on that snow.
heard that shit too. Look here, Megan a big girl, and I can see it. I can see big girl. You every bit of 6'8", so you don't have these short men problem.
I'm not 6 feet.
You don't have
I'm
these,
6 feet.
you
You
don't
say
have these
6
short
feet?
men problems.
Oh,
The women that are taller than you are far and few. Me being at 5'7", there's some women taller than me. And every now and then you'll get one of them Amazons that'll test you. Not me, but they'll test you. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been he was pushing up on that snow and she was like, "Hey, what you doing? What you doing?" Now it's one thing to get smacked up.
come up! Shut up! I know you ain't gonna do it no more. Yeah, well, I mean, again, it brings out the live, and
Yeah.
when a man is in his it's
Uh-huh.
two things, right? When a man dig his hard, his brain is weak, right?
Well, okay.
The sec, well, I mean, it's a fact. That's why niggas do dumb
Yeah.
shit behind women. Secondly, right, when a man's ego is damaged, he do
Yeah.
right. So I mean, the nigga Tory allegedly could have been flirting a little bit extra heavy on that snow on that Kylie Jenner,
Yeah.
right? He could have been motherfucking grazing us, could have been tall. I mean, you 5'7", I'm 6 feet, but we both pop that shit, right? So them jokes coming a mile a minute, you know what I'm saying? Them jokes come, as damn, baby, that ass poking out, Yeah, it
Let's
goes.
say he started
See,
started shooting.
yeah, if she don't flinch when you fake like you can touch that ass, the next time, guess what you gonna do? You gonna touch that ass. You know what I'm saying? So it probably started out. You probably like, yeah, I see you got that Kardashian
Look at
booty.
you.
And
Yeah, I say it's
man,
playful.
fucking-
Look at you. Look at you. But, oh, hey, in the mind, you talk like that old samurai with that old samurai. Like, oh, so she did not move.
Yeah, so Meg go over there in the corner of the pool just watching that shit. Right? Meg homegirl who fucking Tory walks over. Oh, what y'all doing? Oh, we looking at this Kardashian booty. Oh, I want to touch it too. So they both touching Kardashian booty, right? And Meg just over there watching this shit like, I'm the bad bitch. They looking at that snow like, so now they over there playing and Meg get upset. Fuck this shit. I'm ready to go. And Tori like, yeah, she got you. This what it feel like for this pimping to take precedence over the game. Now they get in the car. Allegedly. Meg like, fuck nigga, how dare you disrespect me like that on that fuck nigga shit? Tori like, bitch, you fucked the baby. How you think I ain't know? I knew what time it was. Fuck nigga. Wham! Wham! And she goes ballistic. I'm talking about she turned into Spider-Man in the motherfucking phone booth, bumping around, whooping Tori at. Tori say, "Stop the fucking car. I want to see the bitch dance." He tells
All
her,
right,
"Get out
all
the
right, all
car."
right, all right, all right, all right. Look, I tried. I'm gonna let you go. Nigga, you over here Sam Raimi and this shit. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let this happen. I'm not gonna let this continue, man.
Okay. Some of his
You had me
imagination,
all the way up
but
to the. It's time to go. Got all that shit sound plausible. Maybe even her getting jealous of the white girl attention.
it's on it's on IG Live where she say, "I'm ready to go."
Is that what she said?
Oh, see that part. It makes it understandable that it was some shit going down.
But
He felt done. You know, she wanted the
but does
baddest
that
bitch
warrant
around
getting
at
shot
that
in the
time.
foot though?
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
I'm just saying what could have happened. I ain't
Word.
saying what did happen. Who knows? She could have shot. The situation could have been reversed. Tori was like, "Bitch, you think I ain't know you trying to cause a scene? Fuck, nigga, I want to see."
Mm.
You get out the car and shoot her and cheddar Bob or something. All of this shit is possible, man. It's all possible.
I
I mean,
wish
it's
I
not
could
like
recall the
Alabama.
rhyme with that cheddar Bob. It's cheddar Bob. I can't. I hear this nigga voice. I just not recall the rhyme for the life of me, man.
Oh,
You
talking
know
about
what
on
I'm
that 8
talking about?
Mile?
With his
Mm,
own gun or whatever that nigga said. Anyway,
mm.
but even if that's the case, we still the topic is the baby now taking this information like, hey, so I know everybody's worried about the Megan and Tori situation. Just a heads up, I hit that. Like to me, that's along the lines of I finna call that nigga a Kardashian. Ray J shit. Like it's a certain type of nigga that gloats the pussy you get, gloats the vagina they get. Them niggas almost seem like they not used to getting it. At least not that caliber.
Oh, nah. It's proven fact. It's some niggas out there do anything for some pussy. No doubt about that. Living testimony.
Yeah.
You
So
know, but go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah. I don't know, like I don't know that it, like I said, it seemed like he not used to getting that caliber, and it gets to the point to where we are now, where you're bragging about the shit you bragging about the shit that you hit on your album to push your album sales up because the controversy is still hot. It might help album sales, and to me that shit's kind of corny. That nigga and I like how he rocked for the longest, man. Like with the baby, this nigga done had niggas run up on him at the mall and knocked them niggas out. You know what I'm saying? I had niggas run up on him.
Out of nigga in Walmart.
Yeah. He shit at Walmart. He got busy One of them niggas didn't
Yeah,
make it
held it
home.
down in Atlanta and they tried to press the nigga for some.
Yeah.
Oh, he passed
And I
away.
and I
I get
and
mad.
and to go from that point to here, I don't know. It just feel like some sucker shit. It feel like a step back. That's what I'm calling it. I'm officially calling it. That nigga took a step back with this. I don't.
Make that mic come across where I can hear nothing but that mic swing.
Sorry about that. I got a fire ass mic, so you heard two things. You heard the alert from my phone go off, and I got this motherfucking mic.
Yeah, when you go back and listen to it, you'll see where it sounds like you over there finger fucking that bitch.
That's out of control.
But I'm
That's out of. I hate out of your palette of sound. That's what you went to. That's what you came up with.
and you hear it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, but yeah, the thing about it with in a situation
Yeah.
like, and this is where I step outside of myself and I have to look on things outside of what would Doe do in the world. In a situation like that, when a person go low with you, I can't sit back and tell you how low you can
Yeah.
take that person, right? Like, how low is low enough? If a person goes, when she brought out that man and tried to dox that man and get him excommunicated and have it basically he hate women campaign by doing some shit like that with Tory.
But she was hurt.
I can't get mad at him.
She was hurt.
Huh?
Her feelings was hurt.
Okay, but she went to the dirty
Yeah.
pool. Now, if you get in the if you dip your toe in the dirty pool, and you flick it at somebody, and they jump in that bitch and throw it and start throwing motherfucking water
Shut the fuck
balloons
up.
at you, can't
That's
necessarily get mad
an
about it.
eloquent
Like I
metaphor.
can't.
By the way, I pictured everything was like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't sit back and say that the baby wrong for doing what he doing.
Yeah.
You hit him first. Like, bitch, still on me and you can't fight. Like, watch what the fuck about to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you stole on me and you can't fight. Like,
So
nigga,
was the song that they did together in the video they shot together? Was this all before the Rolling Loud concert shit?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So I think
Correct. And then the baby.
I'm gonna say I think it's
Go ahead.
a fair assumption to say that they did hit. He fucked.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, you said the baby. You about to say the baby so.
Yeah, but the baby tried to extend the olive branch afterward, and he was like, ain't no bad feeling with Meg. Me and Meg,
Yeah.
cool. I love Meg. It was on that
Oh,
fucking
Lord.
shit. And that's when, like I say, you can't tell a nigga how to respond, man. Once
Yeah.
you disrespect him.
She probably had partisan
And
in
so
her ear
the
and
baby,
shit.
he won. To the death, he won.
She probably had partisan
Huh?
in her ear and shit.
Oh man, that nigga there.
Yeah.
Listen, if he got any fucking sense, keep your head down and your mouth closed and enjoy the lap of luxury, man. Ain't nothing wrong with being a Capt'n.
Listen, I believe you
Live
shut
your
the
life.
fuck up. Cause as you setting it up, I'm thinking like,
Okay,
yeah, you probably should
shut up.
just cheat.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said nothing at that man, the baby, anyway. He should have just shut your fucking mouth. Took your L and
Gonna
something.
get you nice little accurate about the deal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man, get you a house, a couple of cars, and then find a way in which you can continue to
Yeah.
pay for that shit without her. Like, nigga, live. Rumble your rumble. Don't get caught up in that shit, though, because you never know if you got to cross that bridge and baby or Tory
Yeah.
ain't gonna, when you in the whole
Yeah.
fall out. You know, it's inevitable. I hope we not under the assumption that he gonna make it. So I mean, when you fall out, if you gonna try to be a rapper, you might need that type of alliance with the baby.
Yeah.
You know, right? Like it's good business, but my point still remains that I can't blame fighting back, even though it's a little distasteful for my liking. Like, It ain't as player as I
I
keep it,
think
but you
I
know.
think that's what it is with a lot of people. It's just distasteful. It's distasteful. Like,
No, I
you ever
agree.
you ever seen you ever seen the Social Network? You
Yeah,
remember when the motherfuckers was like, why don't we just sue when the Winklevoss twins was talking about suing Mark? He was like, when one brother was like, why don't we fucking just fucking sue him? And the other was like, no. It's like, because it's distasteful. It's not what we do. We're men of Harvard. Like there's a certain class that motherfuckers carry. Maybe it's ego. Maybe it's machismo. Maybe it's respect or integrity. But that equates back to what you're saying. Like, it may not be wrong. I find it distasteful. It may not be wrong.
yeah. Like I say, it's distasteful. I don't think that it's wrong. It's distasteful, but you know, like I say, the depth in which people are willing to go for revenge, I think
Mm.
that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody ain't gonna try to spank you back after you get.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some niggas will
Mm.
walk with the L. But when you do get that spanking back, you can't be
Mm.
mad about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's just karma coming back to kick your ass. Or not necessarily karma. That's a nigga who got it out for you. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like he said, like Russell Crowe said in Gladiator, I will have my revenge in this life for the next. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's how I compartmentalize this shit. To not get so wrapped up in it, and so like this nigga. I mean, it's not. He's not wrong, but it's not what I would have done. It's tacky.
No, I'm a little bit more player than that. I ain't gonna publicly broadcast it. You know, on the low end of the game, egging cousins, aunties, everything in life, I'd have been at
Uh,
like that.
oh, I got to mute.
Oh,
Did I
why you
interrupt you
walking
guys?
around looking like a super?
Huh?
Did I interrupt you guys?
Now, are you whispering?
I'm under the desk.
Oh Lord.
What up? What up?
You know I can mute you. You know that, right? Like I mute you, and then I'll make your camera small as a motherfucking squirt. Like motherfuckers only see like top of your head, shit. Yeah, yeah. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Who I'm talking with?
Lord, this nigga.
Oh, I'm talking low. Oh, like I'm sexy. I am sexy. My bad.
Realize you in a spot.
Huh?
And we
Yeah.
live.
Mhm.
Oh, my apologies.
Like the Riddler and shit.
we had we was sitting here talking about the I don't know if you heard the nigga just so.
What'd you say?
Oh, I thought you had walked away.
No, I got my earpods in. You good?
Okay. No, we was talking about the baby dropped a new CD, and on one of the tracks he mentioned how he was hitting Megan Thee Stallion.
Lucky motherfucker.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have did that though. He shouldn't have told her. Right? He shouldn't have told that he hit her.
Yeah.
What's the purpose
Why
of that? Real niggas don't kiss and tell, G.
Well, and that's kind of the consistency we
That's a
came
lot.
to. I mean, it's one of those things where basically the judgment was it's not something that we would do, but he probably had his reason for doing it.
I think he did it because he ain't hot no more. And
I don't know. This
he
nigga,
dropped a new album. You may as well get the controversy stirred up by it.
I
Because
mean,
then it's like always that question, like, why now?
Dropping an album.
I mean, the timing can play a part, but this nigga Dub brought us some shit where I completely forgot about all this other shit. This shit is a little bit more entangled than what we think on the surface. Now, granted, him saying, hey, I hit it, just heads up. It's childish, it's tacky. But, I mean, on his end, he might see it as vindication. Like, he see it like this is due to him because of how she handled a previous situation. Doe brought up whenever they was during the Rolling Loud shit. Whenever he brought Tory Lanez out on stage, Meg tried to have them both canceled, both shut down. You know what I'm saying? The Baby Boy and Tory is like, nigga, you know better. We supposed to be cool. I mean, shit. That nigga had just he you know, trying to take food out my kid's mouth, yada yada yada. Felt some kind of way about that shit. Now, not how I would have handled it. Huh? Me?
What you about to go?
No. I'm good. I'm just relaxed.
Yo, when you lean back like that,
My bad.
It's uncomfortable, man.
You wait. Hey, you wait on nigga be.
A nigga laid back with his head. Yeah, dog. Hey, listen, dog. If we was all in the same place, that'd be my
What you say? What you say, though? What you about to do?
They say, man, well, shit, I'm finna go and cut on out, man.
Nigga lean back with his head on his head. All right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go get in these streets. Yeah, but like I say, man, you know, you can't dictate the response of something. When you do something dirty, like, and baby, granted it's a little tacky, but at the same time, I can't tell a man how to respond when he feels being transgressed again.
So, do you think it was okay that he told that?
I do.
But only in the sense, and correct me if I'm wrong though, only in the sense of he should have that freedom too. Not necessarily say you agree with it. It's just you can't be the one to tell him that he wrong.
That part. Like I can't tell a nigga how to react when somebody disrespects you. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas.
If I was just my homeboy, what I would have said was after he recorded that verse, he was like, "So what you think?" My exact response to him would be like, "It's dope. It's not what I would say, but if you have your reasoning for saying it, can't say I said I, nigga."
But I mean, I'm pretty sure that he spoke about it with everybody who was in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, he probably
probably
surrounded by yes men. People that tell him yes, gangster shit don't happen like that, dog. The niggas ain't gangster telling.
No,
like that.
That's exactly how gangster shit go down. Like, dude, that's gangster.
I mean, let's say he in the studio with brothers. Now,
it's cause
we'll sit around a campfire and tell war stories all night, but we're not doing it from a braggadocious standpoint. We're just telling stories.
Well, he's doing. Well, keep in mind, do you not see that it dropped on the album?
I mean, I give you that. It's all right. So let's say it's completely a marketing strategy.
It has to be. It's connected with the album.
But it's a marketing strategy. It's a marketing strategy steeped in truth.
Well, it's only you don't know if it's true.
I give you that.
I believe he did it.
It's a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. I don't know. I wasn't in the room, but it's a lot of evidence for it. If this was Vegas,
well, you know,
I know where I'm putting my money. Say it.
No, I'm just saying it. You know, she twerk a little ass and shit. It's not far fetched.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But nah, man, that nigga ain't supposed to do no shit like that. But that's that's how niggas operate.
I can't get mad at a nigga
I'm just saying that ain't player though. You think
I
that
mean,
player kissing and telling?
niggas tell everybody who they fucking dog. Like, I mean, just be
Well,
honest with you, Jack. Like, we all say, you hit a
so
bitch, I hit the bitch.
do we have a conversation about kissing and telling?
Like,
All right, so like I can be 100% honest. Kissing and telling now for me at 40 goes into two different categories. Keep in mind, me as a married man, I'm not in either one of these categories. But
Right.
kissing and telling, I don't ever tell. Yeah, I don't. My audience is gonna consist of my brothers, and I don't ever tell my brothers something of my past to be braggadocious or to flaunt it. This is it's simply just a story. At the most, it might be for relatability purposes, maybe humor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, Jack. Every nigga, you get round in a pimp circle, dog. You go
Yeah.
ahead and you start to confess. Yeah, I fucked that bitch. Yeah, I fucked both of them.
Circle of your home and to put it on the album. That's the song.
But see, but you got to realize you can't dictate how a person responds to disrespect.
You can't. You're correct. You can't dictate. You can't dictate how they respond because they gonna respond how they respond. Though that's a rhetorical goddamn answer.
And that's what debate
but
is.
I can definitely have an opinion.
That's what
on
debate
it. I can't, dictate how he does it, but I can
Oh
have
no!
an opinion on
Oh
it.
yes, it's part of the show where me and Rem explain. It's not necessarily something that we would have done, but I can't knock the nigga for doing the shit.
That's where we differ, but that's good. That's what these shows are about. Different views.
Yeah, like Meg Stallion, she tried to get the nigga canceled. The nigga he took it on the chin, extended the olive branch, and she pulled the fuck you nigga. So I mean, how the fuck it
So
goes
shit,
down
he
that
went right
way?
just through like hot damn 50 Cent.
Yeah, I'm finna burn this bitch, man. For real. I'm going scorched earth on this. I can't knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's not something in which I would do, but I can't knock him for what
So
he's doing.
I don't know. I just would
You know
handle
what
it way
I'm
more
saying?
clear than that. Like.
but you got to keep in mind, maybe you handle more plex, maybe just maybe you are, maybe.
That's fact too. But that's another thing too. Like a lot of these young boys, they raised by their mama and the
Oh
daddy
Lord,
ain't
he
there for
finna get
whatever
sexist.
reason. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the daddy's there because they don't want to be. Keep in mind, we always talked about the systematic racism in itself, and there's a lot of different reasons that the father can't be there. But essentially, the way he handled that's a boy who's been raised by a woman that don't know how to handle his emotions.
Oh, the baby daddy in his life.
Well, it might be in his life now. I'm just saying that reaction is not. That's not it, G. That's not it.
According to who?
According to man law.
No.
I think it's
No, niggas step outside man law on a daily basis, dog. You can't say it's okay on one end and then on the other
that's
end be
called.
like,
I
okay,
never
That,
said it was
I often say that's called
like
hypocrisy.
you cannot. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's hypocrisy. You can't dictate a response to a transgression. He was transgressed against, not against other people. He was transgressed against Meg the Stallion.
Ooh,
And
hold on
he
one
airing
more.
that bitch out.
Because she said cancel that nigga because he bought Tory on stage. What if he bought Tory on stage? What if that was the fuck nigga act? Like, this nigga hot. You just hit this chick, right? Well, no. Well, a month ago or whatever, he hit the chick, and this nigga Tory hot. Motherfuckers ban this nigga left and right, and you know why. If it's slightly different because we are who we are, but if the whole world was like, you know what, that nigga Don be woman beating, he sexist, ain't nobody fucking with him.
Nigga, don't use man. So you better use that
and,
respect
then-
this
and then I
motherfucker.
bring him out on stage. And then I bring him out on stage.
Just
I
dumb.
brought him out as a fuck you to everybody that spoke out against him. I brought him out.
But that would be
Yeah.
again, that's a hypothetical. What we do know is that could be his partner, and he looking out for his partner when they
In
trying to
your
get him.
heart of
He
hearts,
looking out for his
man.
partner.
Is that what you sticking with? You know. Okay.
I
Okay.
do, I do. I think
Yeah.
that was I think it was a good look because the baby he been fucking with
Yeah.
Corey ever since then,
I don't know, man. Fuck them,
you
man.
know, and he was fucking with him prior to it.
Mm.
No, I feel you, but like I say, dude, I can't.
Yeah.
How they
No,
was
you
fun.
keep saying that, and that's understood. That I think that's more of a cop out than anything. When you be like, I can't dictate how a person feel. No, you can't dictate how a person feel. I think that's to the obvious. But you can have a objective way of looking at the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still, and
No,
then it's like still.
but I
Go ahead,
do.
brother.
I remove myself and my feelings from a situation, and I look at it from an aesthetics point of view. The
Mm.
aesthetics of the situation. I can't say that that's a fuck nigga move, oh shit. I can just say it's something I
Okay, then
wouldn't do,
there it is.
but I can't.
That's what.
Again, you missed the first 30 minutes of us talking about
Mm.
this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit.
So
What if
you
it's
know,
something you
but and
wouldn't do?
just
Then you can
like,
just say that shit wrong, or you just don't want to say it's wrong.
no, I can't say that it's wrong because it's not wrong. I can't. Even though it's something I wouldn't do, I
See, but
can't
that's
say
the,
that.
and that just goes in
Granted,
the
this,
world that we in. Like that's why these people is coming up all fucked up. Cause nobody tell you you're lost. Nobody say that you're wrong. And then when you do finally get a taste of your feelings in whatever situation that is, then you don't even know how to handle it. Therefore, you lash out and you do all kind of different shit. Like everybody don't
Because
win a trophy. Everything a person does is not right,
because
and it's
it
okay to be
it
different
uh,
and stand on your
it can get a
difference.
little
in
tricky because there's some cases where right and wrong are clearly defined. It's by your moral compass. But there are some cases where that shit gets murky. And for me to tell you, go ahead.
gray area. No,
So
I'm just
so
saying it's a
for me
gray
to
area.
tell you that something that you do is wrong, if you feel it's right, I'm going directly against you. You,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but you have to understand that there is a gray area that it does exist where it's not as cut and dry. Is it wrong to to punch somebody that punched you? No. Is it wrong to punch a pregnant woman that punched you? Mm, I don't know. I
It's
don't know if he
murky.
should have
It's
punched
murky.
her.
It's murky.
I don't know. You might.
Or better yet, if a man hit you and you beat his ass, okay, man, I get why you did it. If a woman punch you and you beat her ass,
It's like,
I
did you
necessarily
really need to
wouldn't have
do
did it, but
that?
I understand. Yeah, I understand. You had to thrash that bitch. You had to turn into a hair designer and redo that bitch hairstyle. I get it. You know, like I say, everything, dog, everything. There are very few absolute, and in the absence of absolute, we rely on our moral compass,
No,
on
it's
what
a
we
whole
feel.
lot of absolutes.
Mm-hmm.
But in the world that we live in,
I'm
yeah, it's a
saying that.
whole lot
Yeah.
of absolutes. But in the world, I think that we take it around and be like, well, ain't something I do, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there's people that love their children after they commit murder. It's people that be like, I can't fuck with him. He killed somebody. I didn't raise him like that, and they
Mm.
don't fuck with their child no more. Like you can't say that they're wrong for doing that. Like that's not an absolute. In life, there are very few absolutes, and I'm not going to say there's a lot of absolutes as far as interpersonal dealings, but there are very few absolutes in
Mm.
interpersonal dealings. And in the absence of those absolutes, we should rely on counsel and we should rely on our moral compass. You know what I'm saying? It's just like hypothetically speaking, they say, okay, well, if you don't know what business to open up, you should go work for somebody. It's a difference between working for somebody for $8 for minimum wage, $8.15 an hour, and there's a difference between working for somebody
Mm.
for $50. Like that's it. It's a gray area. Both of them are working, but what you choose to do as far as your work, it differs. And in a situation like this, you can't sit back and say, "Man, that's some whole nigga shit or some fuck nigga shit," considering that the man was transgressing against. The man, he responds to disrespect differently than most people, clearly based on his background, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna jive with that, but y'all can rock that. I feel you. I view it different.
I ain't asking permission. Yeah, I ain't asking permission. I'm telling you
Well,
what the fuck
shit,
it
that's
is.
how I feel
And
too.
that's what
Shit.
it is.
I just think like it's morals and values and shit that that people should stand on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why in the world we just kind of running loose right now. We're in the time of experimentation, I believe.
Mm.
No, we in the age of clout. You know what I'm saying? Experimentation was Sodom and Gomorrah. And God cut that short. We in the age
Age
of
of
clout.
clock.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, clock.
Clout. CLOUT.
He got that Georgia accent
Clout.
now. He been
We in the
staying in
age of
Atlanta
clout.
for a few years now.
And he dropped it.
Oh hell no, nah, Lord, nigga. What my
And
daddy
say he
from
dropped
Atlanta?
the use. Clean up out that
Yeah,
bitch. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
And keep in mind, the baby look a lot younger than us, man. I think he 30. This probably turned 30. I think that's what he at with it. Like even you gotta understand, like let's just take the baby's past down. Even when he was going through what's that girl named Dandelion or some shit like that,
Danny
Dandelion or
Lay.
something like that.
That,
So he gets in an argument with her for whatever reason. That's it. He goes live. You see what I'm saying? So
that's smart though. You see, look at the pendulum though. Let's say he doesn't go live and she say that he hit him. Who gets
well,
believed
can
in that
you
point?
record a situation without going live?
I mean,
No, no,
either
no, no.
or is
But I'm
fine.
saying,
But I
but
mean,
see, that's the case. You can, and then and that kind of corresponds in exactly what you're saying about clout.
It's,
Like the only way the baby ain't been doing shit, the only way he gonna get out there and get his album to sell is to get some bullshit stirred up, dog. I think Rim talked
that's the
about
age
it
of
last
clout.
night. Like, what is the reason of that? You can say that, or you can say you want to sell albums. I mean, and I'm not mad at you for either way, but call a thing a thing. You know what I'm
it
saying?
like the angle that Don
I
P coming at is like with the Danny Lay incident. It could have been from a protective standpoint. It could have been a protective measure, but why not just record it? So you had the evidence. Why go live? The
Right.
play that you went live is
here's the thing in which
uh,
our lives differ lives of celebrity, right? Like, let's say he just recorded and he don't go live. Everybody would say you wrong afterwards. How dare you put the mother of your child and your child out your house,
yeah. He go in.
right? And that has an impact on his image and character. By the fact that he's recording it, we can see for ourselves and be like, yeah, that bitch dead ass wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a preventive measure. Like, keep in mind, this is a dude who has a documented body
Yeah.
on his wrist. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you were to just take something out of context without weighing into it as character, then of course we all would say the
Yeah.
baby dead ass wrong. We all would say that. But the fact that he got it under recording that, hey man, this bitch tripping. It kind of removed us from being able to say, hey man, you wrong. Be like, oh, as a
But
man, I can be like,
when
oh, I
when
get
that
it.
shit first came out, it had to tape, and the motherfucker Cuz was on that bitch talking about like we was never together, like nigga you was not my girl, but then motherfucker was showing like Instagram photos and captions and shit. Well, this nigga was clearly professing his motherfucking love. So then it kind of goes back the other direction now to where one minute you in love with this motherfucker, and the next minute you hollering like, nah, this was all gang. You was never this, you ain't never that.
Oh, no, he
Yeah.
dirty macking. You
No,
know,
that
he miss
falls
pimping
exactly
today.
what I was just talking about. He don't know how to handle his emotions.
No, he miss pimping at that point. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't you.
You said
You
he
know what I'm
dirty
saying?
Mac.
Like you can't expect a non-pimp to do something. Yeah, that just ain't you. Like you lying to
Yeah.
the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like it just ain't you. Now that's a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's to me, that's sucker shit. Like, no, you a rich nigga. Why the fuck you
Mm.
lying to the bitch? You know what she there for. It ain't cause you got a nice smile. You know
Well,
what
and
I'm
then
saying?
and then the
So,
whole
you know,
thing
nigga
is
shit.
like you a rich nigga got all this shit, but then you gotta run to the house, argue with your baby mama, go lie. Nigga, go to Sandro Pay, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, listen, again, when we enter the gray area of how a dude deals with his women, I can say, hey man, I don't necessarily respect it, but if that's your get down, that's your get down.
Well, no, it'll just
You know what I'm
show.
saying? The shit
Anytime
don't
he
affect
deal
me.
with any situation, he'll go live with it. I think it's certain things in life that should be sacred. It's certain things there's certain things in life that ain't fucking everybody's business.
Listen, the dude got a body. He been pressed on. People tried to swing on him in the mall. Like the dude,
he,
where he
he
didn't go
probably feel
live
like
about that shit. Like his
he,
gangster with niggas, I think is
he,
unbesmirched as far as his
he,
gangster with niggas.
he
You know
probably
what I'm
feel like
saying?
any situation he gonna be in, the more cameras on that shit, the better. That way he ain't even got to explain his side. Whoever cares to hear what happened can watch exactly for their own self with their own eyes what happened.
Well, if that's the case, that motherfucker need to have
Yeah,
a
and
film crew behind him.
Maybe that's what he
yeah,
need.
I mean, yeah. But like I say, the nigga, like the dude, been in real life situations where luckily it was a camera there to corroborate what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? That shit in Walmart, nigga, he was about to catch a murder charge, but luckily there go the camera.
That nigga need to hire that nigga that was following around Kanye for a hot damn 10 years.
Right. You need to have that nigga recording Kanye. For real and shit. Like, god damn. But no, man. I'm just saying, man. Niggas be pussy now, man.
Mm.
In my opinion.
No, I agree.
I don't
I
doubt that
I
they'll
think
shoot or kill
with
you.
the
That's not what I'm saying. But like confidence.
oh no no I think the baby is
I'm not
unbesmirched
saying
with
when I
his
think
dealings, but
emotionally how to handle it. You know, that shit.
If it's one thing we know he will do.
They shoot.
yeah
Absolutely.
no yeah.
The
Yeah,
baby will shoot you.
that nigga resident and knock niggas out, and he done knocked a couple of niggas out
Yeah.
on that camera now. But you know what I'm saying? The nigga when it comes to the bitch, nigga
Mm.
just missed nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
nigga shit sloppy. You know, I wouldn't put my baby mama in no situation. That like bitch. Hell, bitch, I got $50 million.
No, but
Had this
that's
condo
exactly
whole.
what I'm putting to you.
Mm.
See, a man that's on his shit, and this is just my clear opinion as far as that. When we say wrong and right and stuff like that, you still have to understand. I think we talked about it the other day. Like a baby mama is an op you can't kill, and an op that you can't. Because really, you got to
Mm.
understand. At the end of the day, that's still your child's mother.
It's a lifetime contract. You got a
Well, not even
lifetime
that. It's just
contract
your
with this
baby.
bitch.
It's your child's mother. Like you got to at least not even if you don't
No, it's a
respect her
contract.
personally. If you respect just that whole idea of mother child, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Well, you even have to respect that. I mean, I don't think that it's I don't me personally on the outside looking in, I don't think that it's warranted. You have to respect a bitch just to be child mother. You know, if a bitch on some faggot shit, she on
So
some
you
faggot
respect
shit.
it like that. You know, you
But
just respect the I said the word mother and the meaning mother. You know what I'm saying?
that's that becomes convoluted because everybody has a different experience with their
No, but
mother.
it's still one
But
definition of mother. You know,
Mm.
you can have a different
which is
experience with
true.
it. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, but DMX, if DMX was to tell you about his mom, he'd be like, "Yeah, I wouldn't fuck that bitch either." You know what I'm saying? So the term mother isn't what dictates that. But again, this is
Yeah.
semantics in which we're speaking. When I say a lifetime contract, When your child graduate, you're both probably gonna be there. When your child get married, you're both gonna be there. When your child have a baby, you're probably both there. Like there's gonna be situations throughout the child's life to where y'all motherfuckers just gonna have to be in the
Yeah.
same spot at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's a lifetime contract. Cause Lord willing, that that the child buries you and you don't
Mm.
bury the child. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lifetime contract. That's just my perspective on the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily saying that you respect the bitch or you honor the bitch or not say that's the baby mama or nothing like that. But it's a lifetime contract. Y'all got to deal
Mm.
with each other. You're stuck. Some people can make it respectable, some people can't. But it is what it is at that point. Now, when it comes down to a nigga dealing, like Rim said, the nigga posting Instagram pictures talking about I love you, and you want to be on some gangster shit like fuck you, bitch, and you wasn't my only bitch anyway. Like nigga, that's corny. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily respect it, and I think that that's mispimping.
Mm.
That's messy macking.
Yeah.
That's my personal perspective. I don't think the nigga should have did that, but
And
he
I guess
did it.
that's a
I can't
summation.
argue with it.
It's not necessarily something I would do nor agree with. But I mean, yeah, if that's what he chose to do, these niggas kissing and telling,
And
man.
then I think, Rim, I think you hit something the last time we had a conversation. I think the last live, and essentially it was intent. What the heck do you think his intent was with that?
I think it was the protection.
With the camera or the verse.
Just the verse. Tell me.
Yeah, I think the verse was malicious, but the camera with
Yeah,
the
the
baby
verse was
mama.
malicious as shit.
That's what I'm talking about. I'll go
Yeah,
back
verse.
to nah with the
Yeah,
baby
verse.
mama. See,
Again,
I done
it's
had baby mamas and shit. Well, I had a lot of baby mamas, but some shit you just got to keep in house.
Mm.
But again,
things
like
get
you
out.
say, he feel a certain
Yeah,
kind
like
of
I
way,
said.
so
But,
he gonna move a certain
Yeah,
kind of
well, I
way.
mean, she did try to do that man dirty, and she did harm that man's career because after he did the shit, they actually canceled him from the next
Mm-hmm.
what was concert. He had like 13 concerts, and Tory Lanez ended up catching another charge in addition to that of being within
Mm.
100 feet of her. So I mean, again, the nigga messy as fuck. I would definitely say he ain't messy, but you know what I'm saying. But I can't knock him for the shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna take me a break.
You want to take a small break, Marco?
Of course I
Do
do.
some
I
other
want
shit?
to look empty.
All right, go ahead, send us off on the Peebo drip.
Yeah,
What say,
that'll
3 minutes?
do it.
All right, bet. 3
Mm-hmm.
minutes, we back on. I'm gonna go fill my drink and take this shit.
This is INMF.
I loved you. What happens, I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
I loved you. What happens, I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
I loved you. What happens, I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
I loved you. What happens, I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
You look like
Me?
you about to fall the
Or
fuck
that
out.
nigga.
Who, me?
Yeah, you look like Bass Little P, Mac Bass.
Oh,
You-
so we trying to come around, huh?
Oh Lord of mercy.
Oh, dude, you literally sitting in front of the camera just nodding your head,
Dude.
Jack.
On them Eddies.
Do I say,
Hey, I was talking the whole time. Y'all ain't hear me.
hot damn junkie? Do I still sound low?
I'm on them Eddies.
Well,
Yeah,
shit.
you do.
See,
I can hear you.
I have no idea. I mean, I could turn myself up maybe.
But yeah, man, the great
I'm not
sound
finna let you
of
do this.
Evo drip in the left titty.
I'm not gonna let you do this.
Sound them niggas think it make me feel good about my. Make me feel good.
Cap, what'd you say? I was sitting up here bobbing and weaving, dog.
Yeah, you look like a Faith Evans video, nigga.
I don't want to be looking like that.
Mm.
You know, on that biggest shit.
All I do
Yes, sir.
is think about you.
Yes, sir.
I'm almost certain I should know it. I just don't know it. The song the nigga singing. I know it's by Faith Evans because I mean the context. I'm trying to.
No, I don't know it.
When I think about like if a nigga was like sing a Faith Evans song, the only one that comes to my mind is the what love like this before, and I don't know why I can't think of another Faith Evans song.
That's you. I think I go every time I think of Faith Evans, I go back to One
Oh
More
well,
Chance.
yeah, I give you that.
It's like this in the motherfucking video. That was
No,
my
Faith
reference
Evans
point.
had a whole
Other
album
than-
at one point.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
I'm
That's-
just singing that key. It's everything. In
Okay.
it, but you know.
yeah. But I like to say my when I think of Faith Evans, I just hit the biggest video.
There's
That's a bad red.
too cool for school ass nigga boy.
Yeah,
That's why I
no,
fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Hey, hey, man.
Bad boy killer.
before we get off into the next topic.
Now that
Yeah,
was reckless.
totally bad.
Cause that's the same thing like
No,
this boy
totally
did.
bad.
The baby, right? Tupac did it.
Which
No,
I'm lost in that shit. That the liquor kick.
no. The baby talked about.
All right,
Go on
Ram,
with
what
your
else
shit,
you
man.
got?
My
Man?
bad,
No,
dog.
we just gonna pimp that.
But don't you try to step on my
like
shit
that's
no
not.
more, boy. I put this cigar out of your forehead.
oh
Your
Lord.
ass to the- Ram, what
Uh,
you got on?
so I remember you had posted something about the Celtic coach. It mean Audi. Oh Lord, I don't know what's. So let's
That
try.
sound normal to me though. He actually does sound normal to me.
I'll try.
Yeah, that's better.
All right.
Yeah. So
There you
apparently y'all hear me through one mic and they're hearing me through another mic. So we'll figure it the fuck out. But you had told me you had mentioned that the Celtics coach are fucked up, and I was thinking it was like when you say, "Hey, the Celtics coach blank 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 blank." The first motherfucker I think about is it's not Dan Marley. It's this one white boy. Pro-
Danny ain't probably. Danny ain't.
Kevin McHale. That's what I think about. So when you say the Celtics coach, that's automatically what I think about. And I was just like, yeah, I don't give a damn about what the fuck he did. Like, I don't. Besides, not that I don't care. It's just if you say the Celtics coach fucked up, and I think of Kevin McHale, it's only one thing. It's two things that I can think of that he fucked up on. It's either A, he sexually assaulted an intern, or B, he said nigger. That's what it's gonna be. One of those two things. But it wasn't until early on when I was like, I wonder why the fuck is every other fucking Google page I come across got Nia Long on this motherfucker. What the fuck is she doing? And then I read the shit and I seen where like apparently some nigga named Aoude
Email Udoka.
was having affairs with staffers. And I was like, okay, what does this have to do with Nia Long and everything else? And then I made the correlation after reading, because you know that shit's fundamental. I made the correlation that this is a what, fiance?
Yeah, since 2015.
This nigga also is the head coach of the Boston Celtics, or like the GM. What does this nigga do?
No, he's the head coach. You're right. You're absolutely right.
So what exactly? What exactly is he being accused of, man?
Being accused, but he's not being accused. He's being questioned on messy.
So it's an official investigation, like police involved.
No, it's not an official investigation, but I think as men, we all have experiences. Can't fuck with. Basically, Email Udoka has been engaged to Long since. Email Udoka, the head coach of the Boston Celtics, after taking them to the playoffs for Brad Stevens, he promoted Email Udoka to head coach last year. So he has 1 year of being a head coach.
And I already trying to scope.
Email Udoka, he fucked a married woman, vice president of basketball operations.
The who of the what?
They had
Yeah, I understand who he hit.
The vice president of basketball operations
Of the entire NBA or the Boston Celtics? Well, if you gonna do,
He's not being disciplined by the NBA. He's being disciplined by the Baltimore. But this where the shit goes
Cause it's
sideways.
a HR
After,
nightmare.
after nigga, nigga,
They like, oh,
nigga,
what do we do?
nigga. So essentially, after it comes out that you know what I'm saying, all right, we caught, right? She says after it comes out that you know what I'm saying, they had consent. He say that the nigga has been harassing her, and that's what led to the suspension because the Celtics are looking at it like an abuse,
Uh,
and that's why he's been. Well, they say he's suspended for the
Yeah.
season, but I think it's pretty.
he's out of
He's
there.
pretty much out.
And
He out.
and what make this
He out.
what make this as they say mo fucked up is like you say his fiance ain't Niecy Aubrey who used to work at hot damn Kroger's or no. This is Nia Long.
Well, they have a child together too.
A young Chiss about to come into play. I see.
So what? This is my thing. As far as I don't know if it'll be Doe or Rim.
Mm-hmm.
What is the question though? Did he do anything wrong, or should they have suspended him for so long?
The question is basically, does he deserve behind Messi Mac?
There's
Messy man.
there's a lot of infractions that I don't know if I call it messy max, but
It's Messi Mac, dog.
nah. I think it's just a series of poor decisions.
As black men, no, dog. As black men, the higher you elevate, have to realize they're gonna come get you. If you have any sexual impropriety, white people hold sexual impropriety against black men higher standard than
Are you
any
on
other
that
lady.
Farrakhan shit?
The other,
who's the head of basketball operations?
still
She black?
black. Yeah, she black. So it look like nigga
Well,
shit.
what it sounds like to me is that he went to work, started his shift, and got some pussy. I think that happens on a regular basis with a black male. Sometimes
No.
you just can't help
No,
yourself.
no, I'm not. That's
No.
a messy Mac. See, I be damn. I fuck my money. I ain't fucked the bitch I worked with since I was 26
Well,
years
no,
old.
I find
Jack.
out you
I do
never
not.
sleep with
I
nobody you work with.
ain't
Yeah.
fuck around my
That
money.
is super messy. You fuck with somebody you work with. That's a tough situation.
The higher you go up the ladder, dog, the less the more inclined you should be to go further.
Yeah.
Right.
You cannot get caught up in the organization fucking the basketball operation.
Figured like as soon as he got the promotion, he should have known that he's on cracker time at this point. It's like, all right, so it's a lot of shit.
It's not just cracker time, but you have to make a decision. Which one do you value
Yeah.
more? That pussy or your paper?
Yeah.
It's easier. I think it boils down deeper than that. I mean, you can take the guy who works at McDonald's, who just doing the work in the drive-through, fucking with somebody at your job. I think that I don't know about y'all, but I learned the hard way behind that shit.
Me too.
Fucking behind somebody at your job. Rim, I don't know if you can kind of chime in on that as far as you had experience, but I think that once I learned that, because that same damn fury and anger, they bring that shit to work. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to deal with it and try to work. So you just learn to kind of keep those things separate.
The last time I had a relationship with somebody that I worked
But
with.
it comes
Go ahead.
up. He was only on the job for a year. Well, not even a year. Got caught up.
Well, he was in the job long enough to find out where every key he had Doe went to.
he was like,
He went to room 112. He went to room 112.
Exactly. He knew
Fucked up.
exactly. I'll just let myself in, Karen.
here's the thing. Here, here's another layer before you.
Go ahead.
Another layer to within. This came out within a week of Robert Sarver, majority owner of the Phoenix Sun, getting caught up with basically saying nigga, the N word, and also being sexually not he didn't fuck nobody, but it was like, damn, why Becky got them big old titties and wearing
Is
got
that
no
what?
ass?
Is that what?
Like
Cut?
this,
So
yeah, he was like, man, why this bitch why she come to work
yeah,
dressed
so
like that?
he was
You
just
know what
being
I'm saying? Like
repulsive.
she knows she got some big
He
titties.
was being
Huh?
repulsive. Yeah.
Right, right. And it came out. And then as that came out, everybody was and the NBA was soft. They're like, well, we gonna suspend them for you. And everybody was like, hold on, you got the majority on
Yeah.
there? LeBron James came out, Chris Paul came out, and basically niggas was like, this that bullshit. And then as this is going on, they dropped this story out to me.
Mm.
So did LeBron them speak on
So
Dale as well?
no,
Of course not. Because
That's dirty.
because it's different.
That's dirty.
Because it's different.
no.
Only reason I
The
ain't say
NBA,
nothing was
the
leave it
NBA,
alone.
Be-
If it would have been anybody
because
else,
it's different because
nigga.
on one hand you're dealing with adultery and that's detrimental to a relationship, but that falls under the umbrella of personal business. But well,
No,
I'm
that's
not, I'm
HR.
not, and I agree. But on the other hand, the white boy was saying nigga. Now I'm not trying. I'm not trying to put on my Farrakhan glasses and no shit like that. But there's a stark difference in if you if I'll say myself there'd be a difference in how it would be handled if I had an affair with a coworker versus me saying all these crackers can die. like what one's an intimate and exclusive.
Round. You're a pig.
No, one's an exclusive interaction and
You're,
one is a
you're a
broad
sexist fuck.
generalized statement. He was like
You're a
you know
sexist
what?
pig.
These niggas can sure dribble a ball. That's way worse.
No, he was like, well, why can Draymond Green
Oh,
say he's not crackers?
he was
Why
one
can
of them.
Draymond Green say nigga and I can't say nigga? If we both saying nigga, like, does it mean something different?
He come in the locker room rapping
If he say
racket.
nigga,
He come in the locker room rapping 50 Cent and shit. And then he get to the N word where
yeah.
any other conscious white boy would just blank that shit out because everybody knows the word. You ain't losing nothing by blanking it.
They pump their fist for the N word, Jack. They pump their fist. That's the fist pump. But here's the thing, though, and granted, they are two different things. But in today's society, basically, what they're firing, because they suspend you for a year.
He's fine. If your job ever suspends you for more than one paycheck, you're fired. You're fired.
You out of there. So what he's being fired for is basically abuse of power. Like as the head coach of a
I don't know if it's cut and dry like that. I'm finna say that's textbook, but like the individual he was having an affair with, a staff worker, so she's obviously lesser than him. Did he say, "Hey, if you do this, you get this"?
But what he came out, he was talking very.
Hold on 1 second. Hold up. Hold on 1 second.
But yeah, as I was saying, though, basically it came out. She came back and she said that the nigga basically was on the job on come suck my dick in the bathroom type
but
shit,
that's normal though.
in which kind of it should be until a woman looks bad. Now she looks bad, so now everything in which was cool a week ago now it ain't cool.
Mm.
That's that's what women. So to the public guys, like you were overpowered,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why the nigga, they was like, he got the coat. They getting that nigga the out of here. Neil Long got a statement like, well, I'm just gonna focus on my children at this time, right?
My bad.
And it's kind of
Thought I had a mercy. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we straight.
You all right? All right, but what I was telling him is like basically, what kind of made it improprietary is the woman came out and basically was like he was respectful, talking about come suck my dick in the bathroom.
That's
You
how
know what
you
I'm
do it.
saying?
Listen here. Listen here. If you
That's
go,
what I was saying. Like, let me explain this to you. When I was doing those type of things at the job, the bathroom was the hotel room.
that's the most
You know,
disrespectful
I'm
shit.
gonna be honest with you. Like, I've had the text messages come across. Now, keep in mind, this is when we had the flip phones or the Nokia phone with the only game was Snake on there.
You
You
had
know
that
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 Nokia
sidekick
phone.
where you can flip up the hot damn menu and shit.
We wasn't even that advanced.
Oh Lord.
You get that text. I'm going to the bathroom. Now, keep in mind, I worked overnight. So the downstairs bathroom, nobody was in there, but we always met in the women's bathroom because it was cleaner. But I thought that it was normal, like if you at work, like and then abuse of power, like
You figure these was just
I
office
turned down a
politics.
couple employees too. That's just a part of it. I think. You
You,
know what
you,
I'm
you
saying?
figure it's office politics. Like if you go to that first office party and you look over and you see your coworkers doing coke, and you you be like, "Hey
Right.
man, is that cocaine?" And motherfuckers like, "Wow, you a cop." And automatically something in your mind tells you like, "Oh, this is normal. This is normal for them." Oh, okay, okay, I get it.
Right.
I get it. This is normal. These are office
But nah,
politics.
he was just
But I
fucking
mean,
with the wrong chick, man. See, you gotta fuck with somebody who built like that. She obviously wasn't built to be a side chick, you know.
oh, she
Oh,
married.
and she been with damn, that's even worse. She was supposed to keep that lip zip tight. Cause who broke the story?
It came. They didn't say who
Overnight
got the
security
stuff.
guards.
That's a very important key to this story.
Overnight security guards on them
Yeah, it's
cameras.
vital to the site. Don't get
Yeah,
me
did the
wrong.
security
At the
camera
end
see
of the day,
him or
well, nah. Clearly, they had to have a little bit of the way you how they fucking right.
Uh,
Like I believe personally,
I mean,
camera nigga back on the ass or something. Like what's
I
going
get I
on?
get the
You were like, oh my god, you called us. We
I
fucking.
I get the angle
You
you
know
trying to
what I'm saying?
spin. I get it. But I mean, you got Neil Long at home. You make it every bit of what 400,000, 300,000.
no? Geez, I think I get tired of people leaning on that Needle Long thing. Needle Long is a woman.
Shit, man.
You know,
I mean, listen, Jack. Me personally, if I see they've been engaged since
she ain't the one.
2015, both on real, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I mean, like he know it, she probably
Yeah,
know
like
it,
if a nigga been engaged to
or they
anybody for
might just have
5 years, let her go.
7
7 years,
years.
let her go. Or you let it go. You get what I'm saying? Like, let it go. Because at the end of the day, we playing games at that point. I didn't understand that younger, but now I kind of get it. Like, you gonna shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And everybody talking about,
Yeah,
like,
like
Nina
nigga,
Long. Like, how could he do this to Nina Long? It's just like, man, you don't live with her. Shit, you don't know what the heck going on inside that household.
yeah,
I
nigga
finna say
probably
was
nasty,
she
don't
violent?
clean up after herself.
She could be.
Or the bitch probably don't. She probably just don't, suck dick. She might be like, I'm above sucking dick.
See, but that
Like,
goes
okay.
into saying, I don't think when men cheat, it's like, how could you do this to me? You know, like a woman to come to you like, how could you do this to me? You wasn't thinking. The thing that I would respond to, like, I honestly wasn't. The pussy was there, it was right,
Man,
and I knocked it down. That don't mean I love you any less. The bill's still gonna be paid.
That's I ain't
Oh,
gonna argue with.
sound cool. You can pull it off. I don't know if the average motherfucker could be like, like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, like I.
What do you want for dinner? Like, you know, the average motherfucker.
No, but the way you keep yourself out of those situations, just don't be in them, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, that's the policy, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you go to Vegas for a weekend, you get some head. There's no backup. Nobody knows unless you say something,
Right.
right? So I mean, get off. Like that's what the whole purpose of tricking is about. You know what I'm saying? Get off. But like, the fuck
Like a circumstance, like that's the bad part. The fact that you hunt so close to home. This is where.
miss dinner,
You
dog.
can't shit when
Like,
you eat, man.
like
That's what they say. These are the olden rules.
money.
You know.
See, and that's the thing about it though, and to kind of piggyback out the conversation earlier, you know that gray area you was talking about. You see how they tried to live in that motherfucker.
And well, hey, that's what
And
happened.
then, and
That's
the
what
court of
happened.
public opinion. How could he do that? And he was just like, I was going to work getting head. I thought my life was great, and then came home, got head. I don't know what that now.
He probably.
You know what I'm saying? Kicking it with my game. I'm rich.
I mean, had them coke parties. He probably thought this was standing. He was like, "Wait a minute, I didn't know this was wrong."
Shit is great.
I mean, we got these interns. She alright in the face. She can barely read. I figured that's why she here.
But that's the
Yeah.
he wanted to turn. Well, Billy Clinton taught us about them interns.
Well, what he taught us that head is not sexual relations. So that's a good thing.
Inappropriate relation.
Inappropriate. That was
That's a
fucked
fact.
up it too.
It's what they say they.
Yeah, but with that young twat, that young head, I'd have took that skirt off. Yeah,
Look at.
that's a different.
Motherfucker, look here, man. Motherfucker walk that motherfucker see nothing but motherfucker with them long socks, them long church socks, and got the little garter thing trying to hold them motherfuckers up. Do you need?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have took the win. But ultimately, though, brother basically behind bitch lost his job. The nigga made the NBA finals.
He'll bounce back off.
So
that.
his stock was
Come out on that press release, that apology. I have a problem. I'm a man.
Right. Well, he got to go.
no but see, that would have been cool if it just came out that they had consensual sex. When she came out and basically said he was harassing,
Yeah, that does make him sound creepy. And the court of public
he
opinion,
fucked.
the court of public opinion does not care about a creep. They drag creeps. That's one thing they will
Correct.
drag a creep. You get creepy.
Yeah, and he got the creep. He got the creep badge in his service jacket, dog. For real, his service jacket say the nigga a creep now. It was cool when it just came out. They had consensual sex. It was
Yeah.
like, all right, well that ain't cool. That ain't right. But when she said that,
Yeah.
disrespect. So
Mm.
it's a different story. Like I say, now with that on his service jacket, I don't think he come back.
I believe he can. I honestly do.
I would hope he can. It's a lot of times.
Pray he can. Honestly. Even if he's not the head coach, that he finds himself on a leadership team within the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
I'll bush it aside. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
Go ahead. What I'm saying is, you go from being the head coach, like he can't go straight to being a head coach. Like the backlash that they'll get for that. Like that'll be calling Capt'n all over.
Well, why it ain't Brett Favre then? Because that motherfucker.
Ooh wee.
I ain't going there.
Well, you can squeeze that under the rug. Like that, they agreed to do the shit. It was no. The only people that was hurt was the
Yeah.
citizens.
If they there hurt, they can go get jobs. Is what they say.
Anyway. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Figure out that fat. Like you go from being a head coach going to the NBA Finals with the Boston Celtics for the first time in 15 years. Like nigga, you basically was about to
Hmm.
get a blank check of 15 million a year. But now you got to be an assistant coach, a dribble specialist for three
Can
hundred
you
thousand
imagine
a year.
the quality of head he would have got had they won the championship?
I'm pretty sure he got all that shit
Can
from
you
her ass
imagine the?
before then.
Yeah, he been fucking had to, had to,
I
had to, had to.
uh,
Well, the survey says he fucked up. He
Nigga
fucked
fucked up,
up.
fam. He
He fucked up
fucked
the
up.
paper.
He fucked up. Yeah, it ain't no comeback from that. Like nigga, first year head coach. 1 year you make it
I
to the NBA
understand, but
Finals with
like
the
you lose all
Boston.
that shit behind a piece of
I
paper.
think
Like that's tough.
I think
That's
I
tough.
think he going on the apology tour.
Yeah,
Go back, maybe take like I said, do some assistant coach shit. He'll be a fire ass assistant coach. And then we have a Phoenix Rising story, but he gonna have to hit for like
From the ashes of the hole.
I think
as
What say
noble
the
as it
hand come out the
sounds,
ground
Ram,
like
as
he
noble.
comes back.
Yeah. Now we seen it with Marv Albert. Marv
we've seen
Albert
it
was
time
able
and
to
time
do it, but he
again. I
was a
just
nut.
like
Yeah,
in particular.
it
But
ain't no
these,
even Vic
I can't,
came
I
back,
can't, I
dog.
hold on,
And you know that shit was tough.
hold on, but impact on fighting dog. I've never seen a black man aside from the mayor of Washington D. Chocolate City come back from sexual imp.
Oh, the thing is the two women that he did it to was black. He'll be alright.
Oh,
No, but he going around the month. Keep in mind, white women are talking about the WNBA making a 10th, a 30th of what
but
NBA
Hell
players.
but the
no.
mass
They
ain't listening to
actually
him.
I just saw they had the parade. I guess Las Vegas won the championship and they was having a parade and the girls was up
It was
there.
like 8 motherfuckers
They
at the parade.
and nobody gave a fuck.
I thought that shit was Photoshop. I was like, nah, this is obviously fake. But if
Mm-hmm.
me and you see the same picture, it might have been like they championship.
Yeah, they driving in a
I
motherfucking
need you to
Durango
stop what you're
past
just saying.
Starbucks.
Just like this niggas, them
Exactly.
niggas didn't yet.
Talking
They
about
couldn't do no fundraise. They couldn't sell no
self.
Girl Scout cookies make at least hot down $5 million a year. Shit, I spend 20,000 out there.
But hold on, but let that be a prime example that a lot of this feminist shit is
I I
bullshit,
think it had good
right?
intentions.
Hold on. When you say the feminist shit
What
is
had good
bullshit, what
intentions?
do you mean? Definitely expound on
Equal
that.
equal pay.
Yeah, you have women and
The
WNBA players
women's.
to be paid as much as men.
But then if you boil down to the popularity of it, I mean, WNBA is not popular like the
But there's
NBA.
more. That's
But
what I'm saying. There's more women than men, so all you gotta do is just ask the
it
women
but
who watch the
Hey, go to the
WNBA.
games.
it took a while for us to
Let's
go ahead. I'm sorry, brother. My
Yeah,
bad.
no, you good.
I was saying it took a while for us to realize that the WNBA wasn't popping like that. If you remember, back a few years ago, they had commercials like them same "I love the NBA" commercials we had back in the early 2000s,
That
late
shit just ain't
90s.
catch.
They had the same shit going on in the WNBA. Little girls playing basketball and shit. Fucking Cheryl Swoops coming through, dribbling through her legs and shit, throwing alley oops and shit.
That when Lisa Leslie was out
Yeah,
there, you know what I'm
but
saying?
and it just didn't pop. Like I said, it
So people say they should get the same, but
but
they like
but see,
generic goods versus the. So they gonna be at a discounted rate.
no,
I'm not saying it's right, but it is what it is.
here's the problem with logic, right? The WNBA, they were putting them commercials on during Monday Night Football,
uh
keeping it up with the Kardashians. Why are you marketing a women's product to men? Like the NFL, they market to women because they already have the male market.
Oh shit.
So
There's no like,
how
why aren't
how
they
would you
I was on the dance floor.
how yeah, all right, nigga. How how
Yeah.
how would you have
What you
marketed
talking?
though? Yeah, how
How
would
would you
you
market the
personally had
WNBA to
marketed
women?
it?
I would adopt the NFL's philosophy. The NFL starts at what, 5 years old, 6 years old when they can get in the Pee Wee league.
Mm.
As far as most people go, first understand that the little girls are
You would have
supposed to be
marketed to the kids, had them little girls forcing their parents to take them to the game and shit.
correct, correct. So then when the girl, just like gymnastics, how you think gymnastics been able to stay
Nigga,
around?
let me tell you how
How you think
country you is, nigga.
cheerleaders? My nieces are
Let
cheerleaders.
me tell you how country you is.
Huh?
At first, I thought you was saying Jim Nash's. I was like, who the fuck is Jim Nash's?
Crazy part, I knew exactly what he said.
About the third one, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a dumbass. He said gymnastics.
You know that gymnastics. They gonna try to stratten.
I was like, yeah, I'm a fucking dumbass. I know he gymnastics.
Yeah, I leave that up to you to understand, man. But yeah, that would be my philosophy, right? Like, why, if you're trying to market a product, you want people to grow with the product, right? Like the WNBA has been around for years, so that means I was 20 when it came out. If you would have marketed that to high school girls where they would think they can make it to the WNBA, you don't think more girls
And they
participate?
would have passed those dreams on to their kids when they didn't achieve them.
But just think if Michael Jordan was in jail in Russia, they would have had him out in 15 minutes.
Correct. But the popularity vote says, but that's another layered
Yeah,
situation.
she got
It'll
jammed
be
up. That's taken away from what's happening, but my bad.
it's not taken away. I
Nah, cause
mean,
that's a
can't
rabbit
sit
trail
back
in
and say,
itself. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, just that whole
dude,
equality.
now you as a person, I know your background, right? So I know that you've been overseas to Europe. As a person, I'm pretty sure laws over there don't exist like they
That is
do.
correct.
And so you can't go into somebody else's house and be like, "Fuck your couch." I'm from America.
What if she don't know that she can't though? Like what if I come to your house and I smoke a square and be like, hey nigga, you can't smoke in here. It's not like I did it intentionally. I just didn't know I couldn't.
He knows. He played over there for 5. So what we're saying is either one or two things. This is the time you got caught slipping, or due to them being in the middle of a war, this the
I was gonna say, do you think it was an issue where we might talk about this before? Do you think it was a situation where they had let them make it, and then all of a sudden they didn't? Like, like motherfucker was like, "Why y'all tripping about this shit now?" Go ahead,
that's the name of the game. I'm gonna give you enough rope to
yeah.
help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we know she traveled with the dope. So, yeah, America, y'all want to pull back y'all oil from? Don't want to buy oil from us? All right, I got your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude,
What they gave her?
it's
9.5 years or some shit like that. Jeez.
This bread gonna be great when she get out. And I try not to participate in this motherfucking shit. I apologize for that.
You try not to participate
And
in
down
what?
talking to man. I mean, you hear a lot of down talk since she been locked up. And I.
Oh, I ain't downtown.
No, I know you're not.
They gave it.
I'm not saying not from here, but with me, I I allude to the fact after 9 years her dreads was gonna be gray. She gonna be a lot older by the time she see the light of day. A lot older and a lot more stressed out. But that's me now poking fun at that situation, which that's something I said I wasn't gonna do.
Yeah,
breaking
you
up.
breaking up real bad, bro. Sounds like you're not on your mic. Sounds to me like you had it tucked up under your neck while you were leaning back in the chair.
I like when I get the leaning back, all
Well,
types of shit. It did.
my belly is being cut by my belt, and I'm leaning up. I'm just trying to be comfortable. I don't know.
Take the belt off.
I
Lord.
yeah.
But yeah, ultimate. There's two things in which was she wrong for doing this shit? Can we blame them for punishing her to the full their law? No.
Mm.
Like, they'd have said she got life.
Uh, them niggas pick and choose.
I think it's just a jacked up situation all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, I guess yeah, it's jacked up. It's jacked up. She do need not to be in jail that much for. I think she had one or two vape cartridges. You know what I'm saying? I do understand where you're saying where she's in a different land, a different country, but definitely you do what they do. And I've been over there. You do what they do. But I don't know if her intent was to get caught. You know what I'm saying? Or her intent was to leave him in a bag.
Of course, but of course, right? Like, intent has became the theme of the week. Right? Your intention can be noble as, but the fact of the matter is, he got caught.
Yeah.
Like, how many other Americans, the USA national team just special last week?
Mm.
How many Americans are over there that didn't get caught?
No, I understand.
Or
You know,
they just didn't
standing
do
on exactly. I'm agreeing with you, bro. I'm with you. It's just a bad situation.
it? No,
But I don't.
no, it is. It's not a, it's
Yeah, it's
unfortunate.
unfortunate. I think that's where that lands.
Yeah.
Did y'all I know I'm the guest speaker, but just maybe if y'all touch this topic, the Ray J and Kim Kardashian situation.
We talked about that the other night. What?
Oh, okay, because he actually came out today, so it was just more added to
What?
it. So that's all I was saying.
What else to say?
Huh? Oh, he
What
was
did he
on
say?
Charlemagne's show, and essentially he was really, kind of breaking it down. And he was like, he actually normally when the Kardashians, you do something to the Kardashians, they automatically come out and hush you and all that. He was like, I ain't got no lawsuits or nothing. He said, cause I'm right, but he gonna sue them, and I would say it's just more defamation of character. I think that's kind of what he's leaning on because their storyline, um, they're kind of making him out as if he sold the tape or leaked the tape and all other good stuff. So he was like, essentially, he's looking at far as some legal action to take place to address that issue. So
Ain't shit gonna happen. So with the Charlemagne interview, I watched this. I watched it a little bit earlier.
right,
You see how he dodged the question whenever Charlemagne brought up this second or potential third tape. How he didn't even answer that motherfucker. This is the play right now. He all the shit that he talking about, them not responding. I'm just trying to live my truth. Justice will prevail. You see how like all this shit is smoke and mirrors. At the end of the day, there's nothing legal that's finna happen because there's nothing legal that can happen. He can't sue these motherfuckers for defamation of character because this is all a motherfucking play. That's what it is. At the very least,
that now that's the other piece of it that they trying to again the same thing little baby's doing. It's just make some form of situation around their new season of their show coming out so people watch.
yeah. I mean,
So you saying the play ultimately passion and not
me personally, the play is he's just trying to drum up some more support to push whatever the fuck he's trying to push. Because Originally, they had an arrangement, and the arrangement went for them one way, and it went for him a different way. So now he's trying to spin that shit.
Now, when you say it went for them one way, you mean as far as financially?
Yeah,
Ray J got bread, dog. I
he
don't.
got bread, but he ain't got Kardashian bread.
Right. That Raycon, I think.
He said he's doing a buck 50. He said he's doing 150 million.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
why is it they've been paying this nigga for the villain past 20 years? Why all of a sudden now he's at a point where it's like this is ruining my image?
Well, it could be. Hell, the ratings
Oh, he
going
put
down on the
that
show.
up.
They need something for a reason to somebody to look.
But
Look at.
no, but how's this ruining his image?
Well, when they making you feel like you the black man that damn, you know what
And
I'm saying, hurting the little white
I
girl.
get that, but
And her crying
this been the same way for the past 20 years.
Yeah, white woman tears.
Yeah,
of
man,
hair.
it is all behind you leaking the sex tape. Now you can sit at the business table with people and they wife love the Kardashians. You ain't gonna get that deal.
Ooh.
So
If that was the case, they wouldn't have had the
Ooh,
meeting in the
that's
first
good.
place, Don.
they wouldn't have had what?
The business
no.
meeting, the deal that we're talking about hypothetically. If the fact that he can't turn if the fact that he can turn a profit with an earbud with an earbud manufacturing service under his own name to $150 million profit, yeah. If that ain't enough to sweeten the motherfucking deal, then it's just not enough. It's not like somebody's gonna be like, you know what, my wife feels like you're shady, so I'm not gonna rock with you. At the end of the day,
That's not.
Yeah, that ain't true, G.
That ain't.
okay.
Expect when
Yeah.
you start to talking big.
Yeah,
money.
I'm talking about big money.
Basically, Ray J could be like, has an exceed. He say he's clearing 150 million, but it's been around for 5 years and haven't exceeded 100. It's because of those character issues, and which could be what's hindering the print. So now, in order for him to clear up those character issues, you have to be vindicated the same way you were convicted in the public eye. You have to be vindicated publicly and have these same people been benefiting off of you for the last 20 years come out and say, you know what, Ray J isn't
I
bad.
predict on November 24th. I mean September 24th at 12:05 a.m. This is my prediction. Well, nothing's gonna happen. No. There's not gonna be no legal percentage. There's not gonna be no lawsuit or none of that bullshit. This whole there's gonna be legal proceedings. I just can't speak. That's bullshit. If it's one thing I know,
But
it's when niggas is bullshitting. That nigga bullshitting. Huh?
missing the full. I say you're missing the.
And I could very well be.
Yeah, like you have to. But the legal proceedings may not go anywhere, but the public image can be swayed.
Okay, and so the public image would then translate over to the business room where like I said, in the situation, y'all posted was like, you know what?
Well, one thing I know about doing business, bro, and my apologies.
No.
Oh,
you fine.
This out there. One thing I know about doing business is, they say business and personal, but business is always personal.
Yeah.
It's always about relationships. You get what I'm saying as far as that is concerned.
Yeah, either they like you,
Yeah,
or they don't.
it's a personal.
If they don't, you'll never sell
So
nothing to somebody who don't like you.
I'll even go so far.
They might not be business, but they
I'll even go so far as to say that outside his earbud, his technology investment, ain't shit gonna bubble over there. This is a play, and the shit's not gonna work because the play faulty as fuck.
you as fuck, and I'm just gonna say it. You love that motherfucker.
No, it's not even that.
You like
It's
that
not
shit.
even that.
You want that
It's not
shit.
even that. Like,
You
I
want
can't
that
believe
shit.
y'all don't see
You
how
side
fraudulent
with
this nigga fraudulent. I'm saying it. That nigga fraudulent. That,
So you
fuck
saying he
no.
ain't got a leg to stand on?
Fuck
So he
no.
got the contract that
From
they
you
signed
favorite.
and everything, and that's legitimate.
The contract was to play. Yes, the contract was to play. But
Yeah, and the
but
contract was they
I'll,
really weren't supposed to speak on it, and they're putting their storyline around him. That's
Correct.
the issue.
the contract was we're gonna put out this tape, but ain't nobody supposed to speak on how the tape actually came about. And then they went out and made a lie about how the tape actually came about.
Yes, that's what Ray J's upset about, and is leaning on that like he the bad guy, like he
Because
the
that
bad
was
guy.
because that was the
Person,
play.
crying
My
woman.
question is,
Trying to
it's
come
not
up
like
on the white girl.
they didn't just
Make a pretty white bitch.
they didn't just start this motherfucking story yesterday. Why is it that it took 20 years?
No, the story did just air last season. It did just air. It's pretty fresh, bro.
That he leaked the tape?
That's what they did. Like even my Ray J been saying some shit when he said I hit it first. Like you think
That was about him grasping.
That was about Lil' Kim.
What the fuck are you talking about, old man?
That was about Lil' Kim. So y'all don't know the project. See, Ray, I ain't even gonna go there because y'all ain't even paying attention. Ray J did hit Lil' Kim before Biggie.
That was Kim Kardashian on the album cover.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a love letter to both kids.
Ray J was 14, so I mean, Biggie been fucking Lil' Kim since he met the bitch.
It's on and poppin'.
That's like
Look, man.
2002. Biggie was dead.
I don't know.
Like 6, 7 years.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to
Nah, I'm bullshit about that.
wait and see.
He hit her before Biggie.
Yeah, I'm about to say, niggas know they rap.
It's on tonight. Drinking in the club. Party all night.
Bottles of the.
No, we'll circle back.
Y'all remember that tune?
Yeah. Okay, I want my thing. Like, nigga, I wrote the.
Yeah.
Man, we dragging those. HBO.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking again.
What's that? I can't hear though. Can you hear though?
Ain't nothing but. Yeah, ain't nothing but some more.
Let me see what it is.
That more.
You smoking hemp seed again? Yep, hemp. Sativa hemp.
That sour tangerine.
But that's not real weed, is it?
Is CBD keef and sour nog infused with terp delta 8. AKA that 5. It just ain't got.
Before we start all this,
What, the THC?
go on end this.
No, the THC ain't
Unless y'all got some more.
THC because the organic part.
Okay.
This is basically, this is basically the blade of reap. All of the reap strengths and none of. So like I ain't gonna be listening to Lynn crying and shit.
All right.
Oh. Alright, well.
Do you hear Doe talking?
Yeah, now I can hear him. He's talking about the blade of reap.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all seen that movie?
What? Not yet.
As I finish this third cup of liver and get on my.
I'm gonna check it out.
All right, well, that's
I might
good,
check
man.
it out.
Shoot, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all being together. Really, I kind of kicked in the doorway from Fofo, doing some more of it.
You damn shit. I got me and Rim gonna have to have a conversation about leaving this chat open. Cause you damn sure just came in on some hey you guys. Like, what the
I mean it from the heart, though, man.
No, let's Goofy. This next time, nigga, shoot a brother title. Let a nigga know I'm about to be up. All right.
This our show, though.
It's like,
It's our show.
So it's Rim and the good Captain and the
They
Don.
put the big name in the corner.
Exactly. Just put me up there.
The trademark side of the game.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need no B-roll. But no, man, I appreciate it.
Man, no problem. I'm straight, man.
You know what I'm saying? When I wake up in the morning, I put one foot on the ground and the other foot on the bitch neck. You know what I'm saying?
Around put that big piece. You know, into.
I'm trying to contact my son, go and handle my business, man. See where the fuck he at. Huh? No. Call my son, see where the fuck he at.
Alright, man. I know what it's man until next time. Cash on.
Alright, peace and love.
This is I